What's up, dudes? HW here. Yo, yo, yo. This is not meant to be a video where I pretend that Tone Junkie's ending, or a video where I just speak cryptically for a while and no one really knows what's going on. No. This video is about the future of Tone Junkie, and I just want you to hear from me. I got to change what I'm doing because I need to make some changes, because what I'm doing isn't working. And I say isn't working, and I don't mean sales-wise it's not working. I don't mean views-wise not working. Like, my channel is what it is. You know, I'm trying to grow the channel. I've been doing, like, some different content. Like, I started this Tone Junkie guitar show, and, yeah, no one's really watching it. It's fine. It's fine. And, but what can be frustrating is sometimes then I sit down, I turn on the camera, I do a video like this where I just talk about modeling. And then, you know, I had one, like, about a week ago or whatever. 30,000 views in a couple days. And then this other video I took a ton of time on, like, struggled to get 1,000 views. It's like, YouTube, right? That's what it's like, man. And, that's the struggle of YouTube, I guess. But I say all that to, really the point is this. I got to make some big changes, because here's what's been going on. I've been having this struggle in my mind for a while. When I really start, the world has changed so much from when I first started to now, right? And sometimes you just got to look at the foundation, and you got to look at the why. What did you set out to do? When I first started, this was a world, the digital world had not really taken off, right? It was the beginning of the digital wave, and a lot of us knew it was going to swell. And now there isn't a digital wave anymore. It is the freaking ocean. It's the freaking ocean of tone, right? It is. Everyone's using digital stuff in some capacity, whether it's just for recording at home. Where it's like, oh, I use Tone X, and I do use Tone X now. I use Tone X at home. I've been really experimenting with that. It's great. Maybe I'll plug in the Quad Cortex. I've been doing stuff there. I got my Kemper always wired up. My Helix is always wired up. QC's not always wired up. It splits with the Helix going back and forth. Anyway, the point is, everybody uses some digital thing. It used to be, oh, look at this digital stuff. It can kind of sound like my AC30. And now you got guitar players. I meet people all the time in their 20s and 30s. They're the top guitar players in the world. They're the top touring guitar players in Nashville. They're top recording guys. They're producers, and they own a Helix. They own a Kemper, and they're touring with them, and they're doing all this stuff. And I say, what do you think of that Deluxe Merryman? That Deluxe Merryman emulation, it doesn't quite capture it for me. And they're like, I never really played one. Or I'm like, when you just play a pre-Top Boost AC30? And they're like, no, but I played your profile. I mean, that's the kind of like stuff where I'm like, oh, right. We're not at the point anymore where we're trying to convince people that this kind of sounds like the gear you wish you brought with you. We're at the point where we're plopping down these units with 200 models and 400 of these and, 10 different reverbs and 10 delays and 10 this and 10 that. And it's like, and then people are like, they're judging a unit, whether it's good or bad, by how well it emulates stuff they've never used in the real world. Like, it's also silly, right? But when I first started, I went solely into the Kemper. But here was my goal. My goal was I wanted to get people great tones, because it was heavy stuff and Michael Britt. And I started using Michael Britt stuff, and I love Michael Britt, great friend of mine. Michael, we gotta get chicken soon. Text me if you're not on the road right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah. It was heavy stuff and Michael Britt, and I started making Tone Junkie stuff, and I just really wanted to be an alternative, right? I wanted it to be Michael Britt and Tone Junkie, Coke and Pepsi. I just wanted to be like, I want to be as good as that stuff. I want to do everything from like Van Halen down. Now I'm doing some heavier stuff. I've been doing heavier stuff just because I've been interested in doing some heavier stuff, and it's been really fun. I think we've created some great stuff, but it was wanting to put all the stuff out there. It was wanting to get all the amps out there, and it was wanting to provide tips and tricks content, because I saw so much bad advice on Facebook groups, on all these places. And I'd see people go, oh, just turn the treble on 10. Your cleans will sound great. It's like, ew. So that's what I started doing. Somewhere along the way, I really started getting a lot of requests to do other platforms and stuff. And I've had a great time, kind of doing other platforms. I really have been wanting to do more with Quad Cortex. It's kind of the thing where like I've been waiting on the store, and at the end of the day, it's like that's a little bit of a moving target. So like, screw it. I got several Quad Cortex videos shot. I'm editing them right now. I'm just gonna start giving stuff away for free and doing more tips and tricks content. Because what's the goal? The goal is those tips and tricks should be helping people, should be really valuable to people to make their digital stuff sound better. There's a learning curve on a lot of this stuff. And that's been my goal. My Helix stuff, man, I jumped out there in the Helix world and I said, look, I'm doing tone matching. And I found this, not even I found this thing. Brian Wall from Worship Tutorial found this thing. Then I started doing it and I started going, wow, this is really it. Guys, check this out. Man, and I had some people just show up and shit on me. Like just straight up, and it sucks walking into a room where you think you have friends and it's a little like, that guy's in for a cash grab. And I think that got in my head a little bit, man. Like, and I know people don't mean everything. I know, maybe people don't mean stuff super seriously, like whatever, but comments about like the cash grab stuff, they got in my head a little bit. They really did. And I've been doing tons of Helix stuff lately. I've been doing as much Helix as I've been doing Kemper for a little while now. And honestly, that unit has grown on me big time. Like I've discovered so many cool things that I think work on the Helix. Now, quick note about that. To me, you can't talk about the Helix or any modeler as a monolithic thing, because to me, it's as good as the model. So I think some models in the Helix are fantastic. I think some are not as fantastic. And so that's what it comes down to. But at the end of the day, man, like I go back to what I set out to do. And that was like to just bring great tones to people, like great sounds, and show people the stuff I'm excited about. And also to help people with really great tips and tricks content. And to be honest, if I were to start doing this today, I would not go so heavy into just one platform. And the reason I haven't really stretched out is because, man, I'll be honest, it's been in my head a little bit that like, I don't want to seem like a sellout. I don't want to seem like it's a cash grab. But I'm working on, I've been changing the website, and I'm working on kind of a new website, a bunch of significant changes to the website. And basically the future of Tone Junkie looks like this. You're going to see a lot more platforms on the website with things for sale. And I can't do content on every single one of those platforms. I pretty much have the content, or I pretty much have the capability to do content on Kemper, Helix, and QC, and probably Tonex. And everything else, I will probably make some stuff for, but I can't do content. And if people call that a cash grab, they call it a cash grab. And if you see it on there, great. But I can only focus on where I'm focusing. I'm really, like I said about the Tone Junkie Guitar Show earlier, I want to do some stuff. I really have some aspirations to grow the YouTube channel. I like making videos and stuff, and I'd like to see the channel grow, and I'd like to make just some general guitar content. But I understand that when people want support, they want support in the form of tips and tricks, content stuff. And I'm always going to do that, but I just don't have all the hours in the day to do every single platform. But I have so many people in my inbox, like just, please make something for this unit, for Headrush, for ACS1, for Strymon, Iridium. Please make something for the new Headrush. Please, do you have any Boss GT 1000, whatever stuff? It's hard to keep track of it all, right? So many people now. I was just about to start doing some Axe stuff, and then all of a sudden the FM9, the FM3, and it's like, all these platforms are, I can't, right? But I guess what I'm saying is I let it get to my head, and it's really been bothering me. Like, no, you can't do stuff for other units if you're not like genuinely playing it outside your home. And I don't play enough outside my home to play more than a couple units outside my home. I play like 2-3 times a month outside my house. You know, maybe 2 times probably solidly, sometimes 3 times a month outside my house. Not quite every week. And, you know, I'm going to use what I am just the most comfortable on right now is the Kemper. I have used the Helix. I have it all built to use the Quad Cortex. I'll be releasing what I'm going to be using there really soon. Just want to get some videos edited, but yeah, I'm just going to put a bunch of stuff out there and let it find a home because, and at the end of the day, I got to judge it by, did people find some great stuff? Was I able to offer some great stuff for free? And is there tips and tricks content like that people can really get something out of, learn how to do something and be able to have better tone from what they did? You know what I mean? From like what they learned in that. To me, that's success. Like to me, that is success. So that's what I'm going to go after. So that might mean that there's not a million tips and tricks pieces of content like there has been for Kemper and Helix and stuff now. And I'm going to continue to do that for some platforms, but I just can't do it for every platform. So what am I saying? I don't know. The future of Tone Junkie is like, we're going to like touch every platform, but, you know, I still bleed green. And success is that. Great sounds. If I can bring a great sound to a unit and offer some free stuff for free and help people learn something through tips and tricks, I'm going to say that that's not a sellout. At least that's what I'm going to say in my own head. And if people don't like that, cool. But man, it just got to me. It did. And I don't know why I let it. I don't know. I really don't. Can I tell you what I think it was? Like really honestly, I used to get so much hate in the Kemper community and I brushed it off. But at some point I became loved. Like at some point, I still know there's people who find me annoying and I get all these comments saying my face is super punchable. I know. But the people who just didn't like Tone Junkie eventually were just like, he's not going to stop. Like, whatever, he's Tone Junkie, whatever, that guy. Yeah, I downloaded a free twin one time and it sounded pretty good. Like, they kind of were like, whatever, I think to the people who think I'm an idiot, I became their village idiot. Does that make sense? Like, they still didn't like me for whatever reason because people just like to dislike people on the internet. But it's like, hey, that's our village idiot. You know? Hey, monkey boy. You know what I mean? When you walk into a new place, I think my skin just got thin. And I let it bother me. But anyway, I got some really great Helix tips and tricks come out that to me are really great. It has to do with using the LA2A as a little kiss of a compression thing. Anyway, I'll get to it. But I'm an HW. That's the future of Tone Junkie. That's what I'm going to do in 2023. That's what I'm doing in 2024. We have a thing. I'm rebranding the lounge as the Tone Junkie All Access Pass. And I'm going to, and those people who get the All Access thing, it's open to everybody. You get every single thing. Everything I'm going to do this year for ToneX, not Quad Cortex. I can't do that because of the store. We don't know what's happening with the store. Everything but Quad Cortex. Everything I release that is up on the Tone Junkie site. That's what I'm going to start saying. Everything that's on the Tone Junkie website, you get in the All Access Pass. It's one time. It covers the whole year. I'm at HW. That's the future of Tone Junkie. I got a lot of work to do. Hey, thanks so much for the love and support. I love you all. I really do. If I don't say that. And whenever I say that, and then I think back in my head, have I released enough free stuff lately? I got to get some free stuff together. But we got some good stuff. Got some really good stuff coming. So I'm really excited about. I'm an HW. Later.